There was a second game, obviously, on tonight, a big one for Aston Villa. The season hasn't started brilliantly. They got a fantastic result against Manchester City. Important that they capitalise on that result with Manchester City tonight by getting 3 points, and they did it. They did it the hard way, though, because for the first 25, 30 minutes, I actually thought Southampton were by far the better side. And they had to graft a little bit. They had to really dog it out to get themselves the win this evening, Aston Villa.
Yeah, I'd say so as well. But when you're watching that game, I was looking at Southampton. A lot of possession in the first half, but without really penetrating the defence of Villa. Villa was quite comfortable, I thought. Southampton didn't pose that much of a threat going forward in the first half. And then once they got their goal, which was against the run of play, by the way, because they didn't really have possession. That kind of knocked the stuffing out of Southampton. But they still, because Southampton are kind of a possession-based team, and they were still playing well, but they just didn't have that bite that they needed. You could say the same for Villa as well. They didn't have that bite, but when Ramsey scored that goal, I think it settled the nerves a little bit, and then they kind of just had to defend the way they defended, and they got the result in the end. So that was a brilliant result for Villa.
Interesting message here, right, from Stephen, who is an Aston Villa fan, I imagine, with the way that he started this text off to us. But he says, I'm totally confused with how this season is panning out for Villa. Anyone who knows football knows that Villa's squad on paper is a top 12 at least, but we're probably going to get relegated the way things are going. What is going on behind the scenes? He finishes it with the hashtag Gerrard out.
Well, hold on a minute. So, is this Mr. Stephen Cox?
Yeah. Yes.
You just won a game. You've won two games back to back, right?
They drew against City.
They drew against City. They've just won this one. Perfect. What are you complaining about? There's something to build. It's a building block now, isn't it? You could go forward. Why does he want Gerrard out now? You're building towards something. I don't understand it. But
regarding his squad, if we're honest, regarding the squad, and we looked at their bench tonight, the firepower that they've got on the bench, bringing people like Ings off the bench, they've got Wendia and people like that. Look, you get to bring people like that off the bench. You've got a good squad there, and he's right in what he's saying. It should be a top 12 squad.
Well, yeah, but I know they're 13th at the moment. Give them a chance. It's not the end of the season yet.
They've only been 13 for the last 10 minutes. Let's be straight.
I'm glad you didn't say this is a top 12 club, top 13, or else we'll really be in trouble right now. But obviously, he's calculated it really precisely.
Exactly.
And said, we already got to 13, so I'll say top 12. But yeah, listen, I get what you're saying, and it is a top 12 club, and hopefully Gerrard will come, because I like young managers as well. Stevie G, he's got an aspiring manager. He's done okay, but you've got to give him time, and then hopefully he can come up trumps for you. If he doesn't, then obviously his job's going to be on the line.
We are going to hit the phone lines in a minute. 03717 22 3344. If you've been at work and you've been away from the football this evening, obviously it's the first set of Premier League games back since the passing of Her Majesty last weekend, where games were suspended, and tonight the two games that were in question. I saw the start of the Aston Villa game with the moments of silence, and then obviously the rendition of God Save the King at the start of the game, which was impeccably observed by everybody in attendance there. I'm imagining, I didn't see it, but I'm imagining it was the same in the Forest and Fulham game. And I did see that in the Aston Villa game on the 70th minute, the standing ovation that everybody at Villa Park adhered to, which I thought was absolutely top class. So congratulations to everybody that was involved in that. 03717 22 3344. That is the phone number to get in contact with talkSPORT. Let's get to Dave, shall we? Dave, welcome to the show, mate. How are you
doing, Dave? You must be happy.
I'm doing well, gents. Over the moon, guys. Over the moon.
How was you feeling? How was you feeling in the first half, though?
Do you know what? Under Marco, the team just built in confidence, and we were 1-0 down, but we were holding possession, we were creating chances, and I think that's the biggest thing. The last two times we've come up, we've hardly created a chance in the game, and at half time, I'm looking and thinking we could have had 2 or 3. Fair play to Forest, I thought they defended pretty well, but the way Marco's got the team playing, and that's all the way he's recruited for me a world-class keeper. All Fulham fans, including me, were going, Ream in the Premier League, toss in, no good. They're playing out of their skin from the back to the front. we've got so much confidence. You know, Mitro didn't score today, but he's set the way he pulls defence apart. We've got goals all over the place. You've still got to remember that, you know, we've got no Harry Wilson, no Solomon, Tom Kearney, our most creative midfielders, not even getting on the pitch. These are good signs at Fulham. You know, let's not get carried away. 11 points, all right. Mitro, if he put the pen away at Wolves, that would have been 13. We would have been joint with Brighton, yeah? Mm-hmm. If someone gives me 16th, 17th now, you take it, because Fulham have had, you know, we had that great 13 years in the Prem, and then we were up and down, up and down. Yeah. If we can get that, you know, 17th, 16th stability to build on it, you know, we've got some great players. We've lost some great players like Fabio to Liverpool and whatnot, but, you know, Marco, for me, you know, one of the best managers I've seen at Fulham since Roy. You know, Pellegrini, the guy he's got in midfield. I mean, Pellegrini, his value must have doubled already, right? You know, top. My only concern, and I've said this to a lot of my Fulham mates, if you get a club like, you know, say God forbid something like Man City, something happens to Haaland in December, you could see somebody coming in with a big bid for Mitro, which, if it's that amount, you know, a large amount of money, Fulham can't turn that down, right? But, you know, the same thing happened with us with the year with Sahar went to United. The way things are going, by Christmas, you know, this team could have 20, 25 points. It's the confidence that Marco is bringing into this side. It's from, you know, unsung players like Reed. What a player he is, 6 million from Southampton, right? And, you know, I've got to take my hat off. Tony Khan, he gets a lot of stick. The business that guy done in the transfer window, getting Leno for whatever was it, 6, 7, 8 million, getting, you know, all right, we would like to have seen some more players in a bit earlier, but that squad that we've got now, we've got 2 players in every position, and there's never ever been, you know, since the Roy days, we haven't had that in the Premier League, and I'm really confident that we can stay up and then just build on it. My only concern is, you know, Fulham attract bigger clubs, the likes of Marco, the likes of Mitro. Let's get them long-term contracts, because these guys could get us into, you know, who knows, we could end up with another European tour or going to another European tour.
Yeah, you said don't get carried away, and he's away for it. Dave, just a quick one on it, because when you get a team like this that are performing like you're performing and getting the results that you're performing, you kind of automatically think that it's because you're parking the bus. And that is not the case at all. Some of the stuff that I've watched you play so far this season has been absolutely top class.
Absolutely. I mean, take that first game against Liverpool, right? It could have been so easy for us to go as a 4-3-3. But you don't even have Reed and Paulinho sitting there. One of them's always pushing on. And I think that's what's caught a lot of teams out, is that, you know, at times we're attacking 4, 5, 6 of us at a time. Yeah. Especially, you know, Robinson has a lot of... I know he's injured today. But, I mean, that lad... You know, the legs that lad's got on him, up and down, you know, it really is looking good. And like you say, you know...
We just lost him on the motorway there.
Forget that game with Brentford, right?
Yeah, go on,
we still got you, Dave, so we just lost you for a second on the signal. Go on, mate.
So, yeah, you know, Scotty Parker, he got us up with that game against Brentford at Wembley, amazing. Joey Bryan. But Parker Ball, you know, it was negative. Under Marco, the lads have got freedom. And do you know what? It's an absolute pleasure to go to Craven Cottage week in, week out, sit in the Hammersmith End. And, you know, win, lose or draw, because we're going to get hammered every now and then. I mean, I'm dreading Man City. That Haaland looks like a beast, right? I'm dreading those games. But do you know what? Win, lose or draw, we're Fulham. We are sort of everybody's underdogs. And if we stay up this year, I really do feel that we've got something special brewing.
I think you're right. Dave. Top man, thank you very much for getting involved here on talkSPORT.